Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't uploaded in so long. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to do a purge look. The reason I wanted to do this look is because I just love the whole aesthetic of the video. I kind of like the idea of the video, and given the state of our union, the state of the world, I just feel like we all need a mental purge moment, okay? I think a lot of us have different frustrations for different reasons and very obvious frustrations for very obvious reasons. And I also love the style and the aesthetic of how everybody is dressed. It's still cute and you could still be covered up and still wear sneakers. Like sometimes, not everyone is a heels and bodysuit type of girl. I just think it's really cute. And my favorite look of this was the Liberty spikes. I'm not quite sure what it's called. And I don't do fake blood. I know there's fake blood or real blood on the mask, and that's not happening here. I don't know what it is about fake blood. I mention this every year, but it just sends me, like, it gets up to here, okay? I don't know what it is. It's very irrational. I know it's fake. I know it's like corn syrup or dye or whatever. Something about that jelly, I don't know. Real blood, I don't care. Fake blood, just not doing it. So I'll be creating what I think the purge mask look with the Liberty like crosses on the face and stuff on my face using makeup and no blood at all. So it's going to be like creepy, sexy, something like I usually do. And I'm going to try to do it as best as possible so you guys can recreate it at home. If you do, make sure you tag me. I would love to see it. I love seeing your tags every year on Halloween. Thank you so much for the support. And I'm going to be doing a voiceover. Otherwise, this video will be 2 hours long. I'm gonna list everything I use down below in case you want to use that too, but just keep in mind, if I'm using a blue eyeshadow, just use any blue eyeshadow you have. It never has to be specific to what I'm using. This is just what I have in front of me. Let's get into it. Thank you for watching. First, I'm priming my eyes using a damp beauty blender and concealer, and then I'm using this Huda Beauty Obsessions palette in Emerald. This palette was the key to my entire look. You're going to see that I use it throughout the whole tutorial. I'm taking the lightest seafoam green shade as a transition color, and then I'm just building into that as I usually would with any type of, I guess they call it a semi-cut crease look. But if you've done a smoky eye before, I'm just building in the colors and blending it back out. This is one of my favorite techniques to pack in color and then blend it out again. So to deepen up the crease, I'm using the deepest shade in the Obsessions palette, another blending brush, and just making sure it's really, really blended. A lot of the focus is on the eye work, so I wanted it to be as blended as possible, but I do the layering technique. Always with my eyeshadows, layer it in and then blend it back out. I usually don't cut the crease, but using the P. Louise primer, I'm going to do the halfway cut crease. I don't know the professional makeup artist term for that, but I just lightly cut it, but not all the way because I can't pull that off with my eyelids. And then using the most sparkly shade in the palette, I'm just packing it on top with a smaller eyeshadow brush. This eyeshadow brush is a Morphe one. I think it's like M554. I'll put it down below. And just to blend it a little bit more at the edges, I'm taking another shadow brush and just blending a little bit, but not too far over, just at the edges. And then to create my wing, I'm using my very favorite, all-time favorite, Sephora liquid liner. Hello, if you've been subscribed to me, you know this is my go-to product. I order about 5 every 2 months. It is my absolute favorite. And I build in my liner, and to just clean it up along with any fallout, I use a makeup wipe and just clean up the edges, and you'll see it looks so much more sharp and clean after doing that. It's my favorite technique for eyeliner. And then sometimes I cut it off, so I just go right back in and build the wing even bigger. I mean, this is a Halloween look, so I felt like the wing could be super, super dramatic, and the way my lids are wrinkly, maybe you experience this as well. Sometimes you have to make the wing bigger in order for it to look smaller when your eyes are open, if that makes any sense. So for foundation, I'm using Estee Lauder Double Wear because I'll be taking a lot of pictures, and this foundation has amazing coverage. It looks amazing on the skin and it photographs so, so well. I knew that I would be going to take pictures after this. That's what you saw in the intro. So I used this foundation, and if you're going out and wearing this makeup or any makeup, I really suggest this particular foundation. I've been wearing it a lot. When you guys see me go out to the club, this is most likely the foundation that I'm wearing, just because I know it's not going to start sweating off or anything like that. It stays all day. Now, using my favorite concealer at the moment, the BH Cosmetics Studio Concealer. I think I'm number 116, but I'll put it down below. This concealer, I don't know why I've been sleeping on it. I knew I liked it, but I got caught up in other brands. And I tried it again because I heard Cardi B uses it, and holy shit. It is really that good, because I was like, Cardi B is not wearing a $6 concealer. No, she is, and I know why, because it looks flawless. You guys tell me all the time you love how my skin looks. I've been wearing this concealer the past month. So now going in for my waterline, I showed you the sharpener because it's an LA girl sharpener and it's so good. I low-key collect sharpeners. This one is one of the best. I'll try to find it and link it for you. And in my waterline, I'm using Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Liner. I think the name is Perversion or something, but it's the matte black liner. It stays in the waterline all day. And now I'm using the Urban Decay eyeshadow smudging brush. One of the best smudger brushes ever. I didn't know Urban Decay's brushes were so good, but they are. So I'm taking each green shade and just blending out the lash line to match the top. I skipped over to the face quickly. I didn't mean to do that. But I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin new contour palette, and it looks beautiful on the skin. I'm even smirking in the video because it contours my face so well. I usually don't use cool tones, but this one is so neutral. It just makes your face look extremely blended. I decided to go in with some glitter. This glitter I forgot to show you, but it's a BH glitter, really, really cheap, and it looks beautiful. It really gave my eyes an extra pop because it reflects blue. So I'll link it down below for you guys to check it out. And I really patted it on the inner corners. And what I did before was spray my face with setting spray so it sticks better. Now for the face paint, I'm canceling out my lips just using a bunch of concealer. I believe I use the Huda Beauty concealer for this, and it's basically my skin tone color. And I wanted to cancel out my lips with concealer. That way my lips don't crack and it's still comfortable wearing it. So just use your foundation or concealer and pat it all over, definitely within the wrinkles too. And then make sure it's blended out to the rest of your skin. That's why I use the Beauty Blender. Taking my favorite face paint palette. These are actually fairly inexpensive. I don't know if you've ever bought one before, but I like the Wolfie FX. The ones in Party City are pretty much just as good. Those were my first ones, and I still like them. So I'm taking, first I started with the red, and then I was like, let me come back to that later because I wanted to drip down my face. So I went into the green and started mimicking the picture. That's why I keep looking over at the computer. And I just copied the lines. So she had kind of like, it was stitched across her face. So I drew the green line across, and you could see right now it's super green, but I'm going to show you how I made it match my eyeshadow. And I just went right over the eyes. I suggest looking at a picture and just going slow. Definitely practice this, at least practice the face paint first. And I'm going to layer the colors because it is pigmented, but you don't want it to crack and go in too heavy at first. So I like to layer it. And these are water activated paints. So you just dip your brush in water and then dip it back into the paint. Now I take the lightest Seafoam green shade in the Huda Beauty Obsessions Emerald palette and go over the face paint. It not only sets the face paint, but it gave it a pop. Like you could see it turning that aqua blue color. And to make it look like neon, I'm going over the lines with a really skinny white line. So the green is a little bit thicker, and then I took a more precise Tarte liner brush and went over the green with white, and then again went back in with the Seafoam green eyeshadow. And that's how you blend it together to make something look neon. I learned this technique from Instagram videos actually because I've never done it before, but it's actually really easy. It's just a lot of layering. So now to create the fake blood, I'm using red face paint because I'm more comfortable with this. and I'm patting it all over because to make it look like blood has splattered on me, I need to get the red pigment onto my skin, and then I'm going to take a setting spray and spray it into the red dots. So this is water activated paint. If I sprayed water, it's just going to get really messy and almost come off, but because I'm using setting spray, which is mostly glycerin and alcohol based, it just makes it drip and then sets it into the skin so it will stay comfortably on your skin and on your neck to create that bloody look. And you could do this for any type of tutorial as well. Now for my head, I didn't want it to get too messy, so I sprayed a little bit and then let it drip by itself. And now I'm going to go in and do my lashes. I curl my lashes first. I believe this is the Kevin Quinn lash curler. It is so bomb. Everything I'm using is just so good because I didn't want to risk it and use too many new products. I wanted to use all of my current favorites because I was really excited to do this look. The mascara I'm using is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. I've been using this for years. This is the special edition one. That's why it's pink. I don't know if they sell it anymore. For my lashes, I quickly popped on the new House of Lashes Midnight Luxe. They're beautiful. They're super thick, but really, really sexy, really pretty. And I'm just adding in more red because it wasn't enough. I knew I was going to take pictures and I needed it to be more pigmented. So I just did the same exact thing with layering it on and spraying it again. And I do this a few times and that's how I got it way more pigmented. And it's not uncomfortable at all. It just looks uncomfortable, but it actually feels a lot better than what fake blood feels like. So to have the bloody t-shirt, I just took out one of my boyfriend's t-shirts. I stretched it out, like I really, really stretched it out to the point where it ripped. And then I dipped it into the leftover that was on my neck to give it that like blotched, worn out look. I could have probably added like deeper tones, but you know, I still wanted it to be cute and not too messy. And to make it look like oozy, gooey blood, I'm adding baby oil. I can't wear fake blood, so I tried to make it as realistic as possible. The baby oil kind of made it more messy and it will transfer more, but it did give it that goopy look. So I'm going back in with even more red with a brush because I figured, all right, let me add like a lot and a brush will do that rather than a beauty blender. And I made it really like lines and then I sprayed into the lines and that's what gave it that like bloody neck look. And I feel like it just looked so good. So I hope you like this. If you try it, please tag me. I would love to see it. And if you just enjoyed the tutorial, thank you so much. And I hope I see you next time. Bye.